Harbaugh now heads to Los Angeles Chargers.
Do you think anyone can predict a Jim Harbaugh speech? You're out of your damn mind.
That's a beast mode. My God.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
We have a Chargers quarterback that cusses, boys. This is dangerous.
Phillip Rivers sheds a tear.
We want to be known as world champions, and we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than I?
Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, folks. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wool Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Huggin Duggan.
What's up, Wool Dog?
Not too much. Kyle is out yet again, folks. He's doing all right. He's just working through something, and we will press on as we do here at the Charger Chat. Talk about stuff. There's things going on, and we've got Ask Boltfam lined up for you, so let's waste no time. Start at the top. We found out about this today, June 16th. There was a Blitz Champs. That means there were some football players playing some chess, and that includes not one but Utah. Give me two Charger players playing chess, of all things, for charity, which was awesome to see. I did take a look at the breakdown. It didn't go so hot for Rashawn Slater, but
He got beat up.
Justin Herbert was fighting pretty hard. He had some wins, had some losses, but altogether there was some pretty memorable ones. Apparently, there was one checkmate that he had. I mean, you know chess better than I do. I know I work for the chess club as well, but
Yeah, I wouldn't play chess on a platform like this because then you can make one little mistake and look absolutely ridiculously stupid. So I'm proud of him for getting two checkmates, which I don't know if that says more about Justin's skills or Mac Holland's lack of skills.
Ooh.
So shots fired. Mac
Shots
Hollins.
fired.
But our good boy, our good man, Herbo beat 2 games of him and then beat Richard Sherman.
yeah,
I
beat
believe.
Richard Sherman. Yeah.
So good on you, dude. Get those W's coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, lost it, I think, to Kyler Murray, ended up taking it all. Congrats to Mr. Murray, but awesome to see the Chargers players making a showing and making some wins happen out there for to represent the Chargers and for the charities as well. Some other bit of news that came out. Up in Adams, Kay Adams, we like Kay Adams.
We love Kay Adams
here on this show, and they had Sony Michel on recently, and it was said that Justin Herbert can't seem to shake the clutchness convo, and former Charger Sony Michel on exactly what needs to happen this year in LA. Now, apparently there was a few things that he said as far as like needs to be more vocal, needs to
It's
do
all the
this
basic
and that.
shit that everyone always says.
Stuff that you would expect somebody that actually watches the Charger games to know that Herbert has these things.
Or he was a Charger.
I know.
He played for a year with the Chargers. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So it's weird to see, but thank God people, not just Charger players. I mean, he's an ex-Charger player, but he's not even affiliated with the team anymore. But Braden Fajoko piped up and said, expecting a generational QB to elevate Amazon workers is nasty business.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Braden has always been like this. I'm just so bummed out he's not on a Charger.
I am too, because I saw there's some updated pics. If you guys haven't seen, Braden Fajoko has lost a buttload of weight.
Dude,
and
shout out to you, Braden. We're proud of you, man.
Looks shredded right now. So congrats, Mr. Fajoko. Godspeed in all the drug tests, because I'm sure they're coming your way pretty soon.
Yeah.
But awesome to see, players, stepping up and letting people know that, look, stop trying to create some kind of controversy against Justin Herbert. It's ridiculous.
The easiest off-season target. If you want to I literally, somebody, a Broncos fan posted something today saying something similar. It's like, it's like a kid that doesn't have any friends and he throws a rock at a kid to maybe become friends, where they'd go fight somewhere and then maybe become friends. What are you doing? What's the point of this?
Yeah.
No one likes you. Go away.
Well, and yeah, because I think I saw that tweet because somebody's trying to stir up some shit, trying to point out all of Bo Nix's accomplishments against the AFC West, which, don't get me wrong, Bo Nix, hell of a quarterback.
Yeah,
nothing against Bo Nix.
Not a bad rookie year.
But trying to put the AFC West on notice, and it's like, hey, man.
It's like send Bo Nix a happy Father's Day from the AFC West because he's your dad, apparently.
Yeah.
But he's 2-4. He hasn't beat Mahomes or Herbert. So
yeah,
that's just one of those guys that just says things and somehow caught it's like a feather that blew into the wind, and then we all Forrest Gump that shit.
The Broncos did beat the Chiefs, but it was like a bunch of backups. Yeah, like you said, didn't beat Patrick Mahomes. So it's ridiculous that people are just trying to stir up some shit where there is no shit that needs stirring. And that includes ex-Charger players that are now with the Denver Broncos. J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
God love him.
I really, really enjoyed him being a Charger.
I enjoyed his time as well. I wanted to see him stick around. We were shouting for it all off season. Extend the man, get him another contract. What does he do? Goes to Denver.
What does he bring? A match. And he lights the bridge behind him.
The bridge behind him is emblazoned as he
just flicked that match behind him as he walked away.
Yeah. Dobbins on the tender with the Chargers put him on him this offseason. He said, good luck to them, referring to the Chargers. Said, I'm a Bronco now. They've got to see me twice a year. And also, I want to get a ring. I've been in the playoffs every year I've played. I'm tired of losing in them.
I don't want this to sound petty, but like the chances of us seeing you twice a year are pretty low.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, it's just track record. This is science. This is just science and mathematics. This is mathematics.
It's just sad to see. Obviously, I don't think he's necessarily trying to start
I liked
shit.
him so much. Like, I get it. He's got to jump in. And as soon as you go to the AFC West, it's exactly what Drew Tranquil did.
Right.
You got to go in and you got to talk just enough shit to make all the Broncos fans immediately be like, yeah, he hates the Chargers too.
Yeah, he's one of us.
Gobble, gobble, one of us. Like, I felt like that's what it was, because he didn't really go out really saying shitty things.
No, he wasn't like, F that team, F you, and F your mom. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
It just sucks to see, because we all enjoyed his time here. We wanted to see him do well. He was the comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
He was nominated for that. And it's just sad to see that, like, after all the support that the fans give him, that you go to just a rival AFC West.
It's not his fault. It's the team that wanted to offer him money.
Yes.
So it is what it is. Can't be mad.
But it wasn't even
liked
that much.
him
It was like $5.5 million.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shocked that other teams didn't try to go after him and make something more of that. But
it could have just gone anywhere else.
Anywhere else, and it would have been a lot better. But Godspeed, Mr. Dobbins. Hope you
Good
do
luck.
well,
Hopefully we
two
do.
times a year.
Yeah, hopefully we see you twice a year.
Yeah, we'll be there for that home opener, baby.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll
be looking for you.
I'll have my binoculars on you the whole time. No pressure. This guy will
pressure.
be there.
Heaven's watching. Don't mess up.
Don't blow it.
Steve Perry.
And I shot him in the
And some other interesting little tidbits that came out. Again, folks, it's the off season, so there's not a ton of news to discuss, but apparently it did come out recently. Jason Sudeikis, probably most well known for the show Ted Lasso, apparently messaged our coach, Jim Harbaugh, and messaged saying, we're in the middle of filming episode 2 of that Ted Lasso show I'm doing for Apple. I had a small, silly question for you on game days. What do you actually wear to and from the stadium?
And then apparently he went on this whole, he read the whole giant text message return from Harbaugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like went in like, it's exactly what he wears in the show. He's like, I have khakis, I have my sweatshirt, and I only wear that. And the equipment staff brings me extra sets of this in case it's raining.
Right.
Like went into the whole thing. And that's exactly what Ted Lasso does in the show.
Wow. To know that Ted Lasso gets any kind of inspiration.
It's basically
from Jim Harbaugh.
Well, the whole,
amazing.
honestly, you could just say the clothing, but like most of that show is like Harbaugh stuff. It's like quips, it's positivity, it's like slogans, crazy ways of explaining things of that just don't make sense until he finishes the, whatever it is. It's just that they're basically the same person.
It's awesome. And I love that.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Popper tweeting out that the Chargers rookie tight end Oronde Gadsden said he's been showing up to the Bolt at 5:30 every morning. He said he walks through plays by himself on the practice fields during those early hours. The first team meeting for special teams isn't until 8 a.m. 5:30 every morning, and the team meeting is not till 8 a.m.
This absolutely sounds like a kid that came from a former NFL player. It's like, if you're not there first, you're there last.
Yeah.
Like that's the vibe. His dad probably wakes up an hour earlier than him just to text him to wake him up to make him get to the facility. Yeah. Wake up, Junior.
And then lastly, in the tweeting realm, we had Chris Rim tweeting out from the interviews today. Andy Bischoff quoted saying, Scott, referring to Scott Matlock, wants to be a Pro Bowl D tackle, and I want to support that. We want to support that as a staff. He has visions of himself being an elite defensive player, and we have visions of him helping us on offense and how that all works together.
It's got to be a tough situation here, this, because like he really wants to play D-line, and the team's like, we really need you to play fullback.
It'd be a lot cooler if you played fullback.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd.
Well, I mean, it's not taking any tread off of his tires. We saw last year how many plays he did on both sides of the ball. And if anything, in the OTAs, watching some of him, it looks a little more svelte, a little less chub, a little more muscle,
a little more cut up,
a little muscle. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Matlock this next season, how they utilize him. Clearly, they can use him on every facet of the ball, which is just fascinating to see a player do that at such a level as Mr. Matlock. So we will have to wait and see on that. Some other quotes floating around there. Speaking of Andy Bischoff, he had this to say on Tyler Conklin. Said, really great find. I give all the credit to Joe Ortiz. Tyler has been undervalued every place he's been. I think he had literally 7 quarterbacks in New York.
That's crazy.
He's a pro in every way. Really wonderful addition.
I think this is one of those sleeper ones where, you pick up some guy, you're questioning whether or not, why was he let go by the other team?
Yeah, what happened?
You always wonder that when you're picking up somebody that's been in the league for a minute. But I think there is something to be said for this. And like the amount of quarterbacks he's had, because he's always been like reliable there. He just never felt like he never got enough consistency to get it going.
Yeah.
So hopefully he shows up and, turns out. That'd be awesome.
I mean, we've talked about fit for players. Just because they're a great player doesn't mean they're a good fit for the team.
Yeah.
And not that he wasn't a good fit for the team. If you got a team that goes through 7 freaking quarterbacks, like how are you supposed to create any kind of chemistry?
That's a good point.
With your quarterback. So we'll see how that goes for Mr. Conklin. Also, Andy Bischoff had this to say on Oronde Gadsden, saying he's here in the morning walking through when it's like the haze of the mornings out there. He's a really impressive learner. I mean, the guy's, and the other thing too, I don't think we mentioned it. Dude's biking. He's riding on a bike. He's going pa-ping, pa-ping.
Doesn't have a car yet.
Yeah, he's got a newspaper route to run first, and then time to work out.
For me, I'd want to get there. I'd want to get to the bowl early. I'm sure they have all the, sofas are comfy, free breakfast.
The freshest breakfast.
The best of the breakfast.
It's not been sitting under the heat warmer.
It's kind of like everyone's like, oh, maybe you're a goody two shoes. Maybe he's just hungry.
Yeah, maybe he just wants some good friggin' food.
Maybe he just woke up a little early and he's starving,
And then on his blocking, Mr. Gadsden's blocking, Bischoff said, I think he's better than we thought. His fundamentals are clean. He has a willingness. When we do a one-man sled in the corner of the field, he's just as into it as Tucker Fisk. I want to play. Gadsden told Bischoff, said, I want to play every down.
We want you to play every down.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Mr. Gadsden.
Let's go.
Oronde Grande.
Oronde Grande. Love it.
And then on early success in camp so far for Mr. Gadsden, he said, just taking everything the coaches have been giving to me and being a sponge. He says he gets to the building at 5:30 a.m. because he's still on East Coast time from Syracuse. He takes his bike to the facility, as we mentioned. I have a hard time going back to sleep once I get up, so I may as well come over here and do some things before everyone else gets there.
Breakfast.
I walk through plays by myself on the practice fields during those early hours, and the first team meetings for special teams isn't until 8 a.m.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Setting a tone, dude.
I love it. Hey, competitors welcome. I'm sure that speaks more than we can ever imagine to these coaches that this guy coming in. I mean, he's not a first-round pick, not a first-round tight end pick, so he's got to go in there. He's got to earn. He's got to work.
Start fast, man.
And, I mean, we need that. We need that for this team. So it's going to be fun to see what that shapes up to be. Rashawn Slater, on attending the mandatory minicamp despite contract extension negotiations, said, I don't want to miss any time. I love being here. It's important. This is what we do, and I love these guys. And regarding the contract, if it gets done before the season, he said, we'll see. I'm focused on training. Whatever happens, happens. My intention is to play this year.
All right. So all of our worries are gone now.
They're mostly.
I feel fine that he's going to play this year.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's never.
That's my. I am very short-sighted. I think you know this about me.
That's true.
What only matters is what's directly in front of me.
Right.
So this year's fine. We're good.
Yeah, as long as this year's fine. That's all.
Yeah, I'll worry about next year.
Next year will happen next year.
This isn't my currently my problem. You
Right.
know, I'm feeling good about this year.
And then Trey Harris, wide receiver, Trey Harris on working with Sanjay Lal said, just the way he teaches things, one thing he taught me already is speed off the ball and just being super fast into the defense, not worrying about the defense, not letting the defense dictate your route. Go out there and make them guard you.
Love it.
Love that. Great mentality. And then on working with Justin Herbert said, when I first go out there for OTAs with the vets, I immediately knew he was different. His ball placement, his attention to detail is different. I'm just super excited to play with a QB like that.
It reminds me of a quote from Hard Knocks. He has beautiful balls.
Love his balls.
I love his balls. He's got beautiful balls.
Every throw to me has been on the money. So
Great balls.
as we expect, no less from Justin Herbert, but always awesome to hear from everybody on the team, including the rookies.
Yeah.
And we'd like to hear from you folks over at our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat. Check out all the fun, silly videos we got going on over there. I mean, it's just good times.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And we've got Zoom Hangout coming up here pretty soon. If you guys are on the Special 10 level, keep an eye on your messages because we will be sending out notes pretty soon on when we will be doing that. But if you don't want to go over to patreon.com/ChargerChat, it's fine. Going over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers. Ask questions in the Ask Boltfam section. Go check it out, chargerchat.com. All right, folks, it's short and sweet. We're going right to Ask Boltfam. Here we go.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
I love you, boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start at the top with Terrell Cooper,
Yeah.
who asked the question.
I must say all the action this offseason has gotten my voltage up to a higher level. I'm talking Justin Herbert numbers. I'm so bolted it's got me thinking about the player who brings the absolute most voltage to the team. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3 kid Derwin James. Since he's been here, he's been the heart and soul of this team. And I don't think he gets enough recognition, man. Charger Chat, what's your favorite moment from Derwin James? And what's your expectations for him this upcoming season? And lastly, is he a Hall of Famer? Oh, yeah. Thank you. K, love you. Bye, man.
All right. Well, great question.
Welcome back, Terrell. It's
Yeah.
been a minute.
Haven't heard from you in a hot sec. Good to hear from you. Derwin James, favorite moment.
He's the cream. Just the cream.
Rising to the top.
Sorry. It's so hard to.
Once you turn it on, you can't turn it off. Ooh.
All right. Derwin James, favorite moment. Go.
Favorite moment. It's probably not his best moment, but it was a moment where it gave me so much pride, happiness, and just like it's when he body slammed Kelsey.
Kelsey, absolutely.
It was just a great moment.
It was such a good moment. Number one, it didn't sway that the team lost that game.
No.
That was an amazing moment. There were murals painted of it. It was a moment. It was a body slam heard around the world.
And if the ref his head wasn't up his ASS, that would have been a fumble.
Yeah.
And that we would have scored.
Yeah.
So
could have been a game changer.
could have been the greatest play ever made.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just the greatest moment
from Derwin
James.
Yeah, boy. Thinking
Good luck
back,
topping that.
it's tough. I honestly don't think this tops it, but it's just the most recent one. His interception that he got last year, that Jim Harbaugh had that photo printed of it. He's like, it was the form, everything about it. Put it up in his office. It was just, it's just the best. I mean, he's just a great guy. I mean, ever since we drafted him, like I'm thinking back to like the night that we drafted
God,
him,
so
and he
long
was, putting on a hat and talking and everything. Like it's just the energy about it. I mean, that's honestly my favorite thing about him is the energy that he brings to this team and the leadership and everything. But like, those are all intangible things, and body slamming and intercepting. We can put that on the tangible section.
I think this says a lot about me, but my runner-up moment is when he knocked that wide receiver out and got kicked out of the game.
Oh, the Indianapolis game.
Yeah,
yes.
I think you can learn a lot about me and my physical approach to life, because those are my two favorite moments.
To the game of football.
Yeah, I love how hard he hits people.
He does hit people.
And if they
hard.
didn't have some of these rules, or they were back in the 90s, he would be able to play in the 90s. I think a lot of these players wouldn't be able to play with like real, like, I'm not saying they're not real men now, but like the kind of crazier man that was the 90s era NFL or 80s era. I think Derwin could hang.
There you go. And is he a Hall of Famer? Of course.
Yeah, dude, it's done. What that patch is going to be on there at some point,
right? And in fact, that will be the jersey hanging. Yeah. It'll have the block of granite patch.
I would not be surprised if during this Hall of Fame induction speech, Harbaugh presents him with the jersey with the new patch that says Hall of Fame on it.
Come on,
watch it, watch it,
book it. Episode 411, baby.
Yeah, when we get to 7 something,
we'll come back to this.
We'll circle back.
Terrell, buddy, thank you for asking the question.
You, bud.
Let's move it on now to the K-Man.
Ooh, yeah. That's the question.
Question. Do you feel the Chargers could get a really good deal on one of the following players? Zadarius Smith, Stephon Gilmore, or even Kaiser White? By the way, haven't we heard of White? As always, thanks for answering my question, and never forget, I love you all.
Hey, man. I love you too.
Love you too, buddy. All right, so 3 vets that we can maybe get a really good deal on, one of which previously played with the Chargers.
I wouldn't be mad at some Kaiser White. He left us prematurely.
He did.
The question's tough, though, because are you going to get a good deal? I don't think so with any of these guys.
Sure.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Kaiser White.
Yeah.
That's a pretty crowded room right now.
Yeah.
I would love to have him back, like as a veteran.
Competitors
presence.
welcome, dude.
And competitors always welcome.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, shit, we're seeing Willie Snead out there at practice squad trying to make the team. So competitors are always welcome. But as far as like of those 3, that the ones that I think would be like have an opportunity to like be an impactful and like see the field is Zadarius Smith. I mean, I think that's a room that's not necessarily crowded at the moment.
Yeah.
And has an opportunity to be, if nothing else, a great rotational player for this team. Yeah. Could they get a good deal on him? I mean, it's Chef Ortiz. You got to let the man cook.
And he's in Baltimore right now, right?
I think so.
There is some family ties. Maybe not. At least he was there. I know he was there at least.
Detroit.
Is it Detroit?
It's the last team he was at.
My brain's not working.
That's okay. He started his career with Baltimore. But
that's what I remember it from.
But I mean, he's had 4 years in Baltimore, so I'm sure
that's
Harbaugh and Harbaugh.
Chef wasn't quite the chef yet. He was more of a.
He was still in chef school.
Yeah. What is it? What is
culinary?
What is the assistant chef?
Oh, Christ.
God, this is usually where I thrive. This is usually where I thrive. These are the jokes that I thrive in. What's happening?
Yes, chef.
Sous chef.
Sous chef.
He was a sous chef in Baltimore when this guy was there.
Sous chef?
Yep, sous chef.
All right.
Yeah, ding, ding.
Yeah. So, I mean, could we get good deals on these guys? I think if anybody can do it, it's certainly Chef Ortiz. Could figure something out. And as far as like of those 3, I would think Zadarius Smith would be the one that I would like to go for personally.
That's fine. I like Kaiser White.
Yeah. K-Man, buddy, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey.
Holy shit.
Who asked the question.
Andrew's back.
He's back. Greetings, brethren. During my away time with God the Father, I asked 3 times if he would take Bradley Bozeman from this team. He responded, my grace is sufficient for you. My strength is made perfect in weakness. I then asked if he could facilitate a QJ trade. He responded, he chooses the weak things of the world to shame the strong. I I then went to God the Son and asked when the Chargers would win a Super Bowl. He responded, "It is not for you to know the times or dates the Father has set by his own authority." I then asked if he would continue to help me school Kyle because I feel I'm running out of material. He responded, "Do not worry about what to say or how to say it. At that time you will be given what to say, for it will not be you speaking, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you." Questions until I catch back up. Number 1, Kyle, Kat and I are coming to you for the home opener. What is your move? No more excuses. I got you for one whole weekend. You ain't going nowhere. And number 2, what position group gets exposed or revealed early in the season with 3 straight divisional games? Hey, love you, brothers, and I will never say bye again.
Well, that's good to hear. Good.
Yeah, Ramsey.
Good to have you back. Hey,
Good to have you.
Sometimes you need to take a break.
Need a little breather.
You need to take a break.
And he's back.
You gotta hydrate up. You
Yes,
gotta
always
get
stay
some
hydrated.
Z's.
Yes.
He's clearly hydrated and Z'd up.
As far as your question, Kyle can't be here to respond, but the plan is go to that home opener.
Well, it better be. We already bought our plane tickets.
We got our plane tickets. We got our Airbnb.
They're all set up. So yeah, we'll be there. We will see you at the Broncos game.
We will see you at the Bronco game.
Oh yeah.
Come prepared.
And as far as the position group that gets exposed or revealed early in the season with 3 straight divisional games. Now I choose, yes, this is the Shamelessly Positive podcast, to take that as what position group is going to show out.
I love that.
First 3
Let's flip
season
that
games.
shit. Yeah.
So I think the one that I think is going to surprise people the most is the wide receiver group. I think that is the group that is going to have the biggest upgrade from last season. Everybody is going to constantly be looking back. Chargers wide receivers, like, look at last season. Couldn't catch the ball in the same frame.
That's what they all sound like.
They all sound like this. I don't understand it. But this wide receiver group, I think, is going to come out and really impress people because, I mean, we're not just talking wide receivers. We're talking tight ends, Gadsden, Conklin, even Disley coming back to catch some balls here. I think there's so many more targets now for Herbert. It is just going to be, it's going to be an amazing thing to see. And complement that with the run game. If this run game can get going, that wide receiver group is going to shock some people, I think.
Well, thanks for segueing into my pick.
Go for it.
I think the running backs of this team are going to roto-grade that ass the first 3 weeks. There are going to be tread marks on asses on the defense of whatever team we're playing.
Love that.
I think there's a little bit of excitement for them, but I don't think anyone is quite ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah. I mean, Najee Harris, we know that
Maximum overdrive.
That guy is going to pound the ball. I mean, it has not had a season that he has not rushed over 1,000 yards.
And now you got a freaking stud rookie running back just sitting there. Those guys could literally just go back and forth the whole game.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all you got to do. So
go back and forth on the run. If this run game can get going, those wide receivers are going to get open. It's just going to be a completely different offense this upcoming season.
I think what's interesting is like we have so much confidence in our defense that we don't even really consider bringing them up as like a surprise just because they're so good.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped.
There you go. Mr. Ramsey.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athir Kadir. Who asked the question?
Cha-cha-cha, my lovely Bolt fam, baby. Hope everyone enjoys the summer, baby. Before you know it, here is week 1. LOL. I have a few things to address, please, baby. First, I see way too much Charger fans losing hope because of the tough schedule. Everyone needs to relax, baby. This team, coach, and QB are ready. Did anyone forget what Coach Kyle said a couple episodes ago, baby? The schedule is what it is. You have to show up regardless. LMAO, thanks, Coach. Second, I am so sick when people keep bringing up the Bills and Ravens. They say we're not ready for them in the playoffs. Okay, what the has Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen done the last 5 years to scare me? Nothing, baby. We have been waiting for them to get to the Super Bowl, and Mahomes and the Chiefs are there. Chargers fans, relax. They're overrated, baby.
Now to my question this week. Only one, but it is good, baby. I want to ask about the 53-man roster projection. How does it work, baby? The question is, do the GM and coach of the Chargers have a set number of starters and backup, and then go from there, baby? We start with lovely Coach Kyle, followed by my amazing and best friend Kevin, and we finished with, as always, my baby, my love, my heart, my life forever, Wolldog, baby. P.S. Coach, the pressure is on you, my baby. I'm counting on you. Please explain my question. Love you. Thanks, baby.
Sorry, you
Oh, missed him by that much.
Sorry.
But
he doesn't. Yeah. He's working through something.
He's working through something, but I think between you and me, we can
I've
work
watched
this out.
enough goddamn Hard Knocks to know how this works. Okay. You ready? Here's my answer.
Learn me.
So you clearly have your hierarchy or your depth chart in offense and defense, right? You have your starters, you have the main guys. Offensive line, you know how many you're going to have. You're going to have a backup for every position, maybe a swing guy. What you end up doing, and the D line, you kind of, those are locked in. What ends up happening, at least from what Hard Knocks has told me for 15 years or however long I've watched it, special teams guys decide who the backup is. So like the backup roster is decided clearly, and we always talk about it, but like the special teams guys that show out, they always talk about if you're new or you want to make the roster, go talk to the special teams coach. And that's it. You're going to play a position, but then you also need to play special teams.
Yes.
So that's how it works.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously you got to have 11 guys on offense and 11 guys on defense, right? So after that, you got to figure out your backup plan, and a lot, like Kevin just said, a lot of those backup guys are going to be special teamers. So you gotta absolutely show out. And as far as like how many, I think the question becomes like, okay, so do you carry 5 wide receivers or do you carry 8 wide receivers? Like who figures that out? And really, I think from my perspective, it's just about what do you have? What are those? You're going to have 90 guys. Or it's 90, right? When you first start off with like OTAs and stuff, you got 90 guys. You got to whittle it down to 53, and you got to know what guys are going to be. I mean, that's why they're so concerned about like the multifaceted players during those preseason games and off season, like trying to figure out like guys like Scott Matlock. He is good because he can play every side of the ball. So they're locking him into a spot,
and they have to go a little Nostradamus on it too, of like knowing a guy that you could cut, sign to the practice squad, nobody's going to grab him.
Right.
So there's like this confidence in that lower tier of like maybe they might get some other offer comparable for another practice squad, but you've seen it in them. They love the Bolt, they love the catering, they love our team, and they're just going to stay. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I think essentially it's special teams.
Yeah, it's special teams is what can indicate
life according to Hard Knocks. This is how I live my life. It's life according to Hard Knocks.
Yeah, because the do-si-do between injuries, practice squad, having to make all that kind of stuff work. Like there's an art and a science to it that I don't think can be explained, at least by a couple of knuckleheads like us.
It's science.
It's something to be admired for sure, especially with Joe Ortiz. So I hope that answered your question, Athir. If not, when we get Kyle back, we'll run it back and see if he explains it any differently. But thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis.
Tony, what's the question? What's up, cadets? Another week down and another week closer until football season finally starts. Man, this offseason is long, and what the are we doing, soldiers? My first question is directed to you, coach. With the season getting closer and the boys starting to practice, what second-year player are you most excited to watch this season? If you had to predict one player who's going to have a sophomore slump and one player who's going to have an incredible sophomore season, who would that be and why? My next question is directed to you, Kev. Now having another week to think about it, if you were casting a Chargers player to co-star in a movie with you about a rebellious detective police duo who plays by their own set of rules, who do you think it would be? What would be the name of the duo? And would you have nicknames for each other such as Butch or Hawk? Let's f***ing hear it, soldier. And my last question is directed to you, Wolldog. If you were casting yourself into this sad movie, what role would you play? And what Chargers coach would play as your sidekick? Think long and hard about someone who would really help the team out in a pinch. Of course, Brandon Staley would play the evil mega villain boss named Coach Doom because he brings total destruction and a complete loss of hope wherever he goes. Man, that guy. As always, the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt.
I love how Kyle gets the only football question, and he's like,
Yeah.
here, answer
I'm going to
some
ask
movie
Kyle a
shit.
football question. You guys make up some
You're
funny
not
little
reliable
listener.
with any football shit.
Improv something.
Yeah, fucking improv, bitch.
Well, you know what? We're going to try.
Improv something.
Let's try.
Okay.
All right. The first question for Coach. What second-year player are you most excited to watch this season? And if you had to predict one to have a sophomore slump and an incredible sophomore season, what would it be?
It's easy, Ladidi McConkey for sophomore season. I think that the excitement level is out of freaking control for him. Second year player.
I mean, it's tough to say that like Junior Colston or a Big B is going to have a slump because they didn't really get a chance to play last year. So I
think slump is more of like they're just not going to be around, maybe.
Okay.
Or just non-existent. Maybe they're on the team, they're just not existent. I have an easy one for me.
I think I know what it is.
It's Brendan Rice.
Oh!
Is that what you thought it was?
That was what I thought,
Yeah, I don't think he's making the squad.
I mean,
practice squad.
He's got an opportunity.
I hope it'd be cool, but I just do not see the path. If he didn't do it last year, I hope he can.
I mean, the problem with Brendan Rice is they stacked the deck against him by drafting Trey Harris and drafting
situation.
Lambert Smith. If they didn't address the wide receiver as much as they did,
they have confidence in him.
You would know, and you just know that he would have a better shot.
Yeah.
Especially after getting the Heineke and Trey Lance. Like you get two competent quarterbacks to play in the preseason to have that opportunity to show what you can do, then you knew that he would at least have that shot. But man, the deck is stacked against him. I'm rooting for him. If he makes the team, then you know how hard he worked to get past all of those obstacles in his way.
Nice.
We'll see, though. All right, Kev.
All right, I'm on the spot.
You're in a cop movie.
All right, so if I'm in a cop movie, I know exactly who I want to be my partner.
Okay.
And his name is Scott Matlock.
Ooh. Matlock.
The ginger energy. No, it's not it.
Okay.
It's too easy.
Wait.
So
you're changing your answer.
No. That's not the name of the show or the name.
Okay.
But it's Scott Matlock.
Okay. It is Scott Matlock.
He is it gives me the like bull in a china shop vibe. Like he's just gonna go in there and like rough everyone up, and then I come in like, whoa. Sorry. We got a little ahead of ourselves.
Good cop, bad cop.
Exactly. And because he is a bull in a china shop, we're gonna go Tango and Crash.
Oh my God.
So Tango and Crash, me and Scott Matlock are we're detectives.
We
detect.
Love it.
What are you gonna be in Tango and Crash?
I need a minite.
That's some improv. I just pulled that out of my ass.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Thank you. Acting.
All right, so if I'm now casting myself in Tango and Crash.
Yeah.
I'm showing up. And I'm just making a role for myself.
You do yours. I know what I want you to be in this movie.
Well, okay, so now the interesting thing about his question is like he said, what coach would play as my sidekick?
Okay, I have a great idea.
So the coach, obviously, I want Jim Harbaugh by my side. Yeah. And as far as like how helping the team out in a pinch, I mean, I'm basically his assistant. I'm the new guy. I'm the rookie on the squad. Harbaugh's been around for a while, and he's telling me, go get coffee and stuff. I'm like, yes, sir.
All right, I'm writing the script right here. So you and Harbaugh,
yes,
are dispatch.
Oh, dispatch.
And you're the comedy, the lightness, the funniness that is this movie. Because it's going to get dark with Tango and Crash.
Oh, really?
But we need to get light.
Oh, I see.
You
got to balance it.
With Dog and Ba.
Dog and Ba.
That's its own movie.
Has Dog and Ba reported in yet?
Woof, woof, sir. Reporting for duty. No, but that's a spinoff. We're already working on a franchise here. It's just going to come together.
It's all coming together. The script writes itself.
Yeah.
We're already 2 episodes in. All right.
That's a good one.
Tango Crash. That's so good. All right.
Thanks,
well, there you
Tony.
go. Tony, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. Thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. God, we appreciate it. You guys make this off season so much more fun, and we greatly appreciate it. And we will catch you guys on the next episode. Any final thoughts?
No,
Kev?
I had so much fun.
This was a great episode.
Miss you, Kyle.
Miss you, Kyle.
I'll be back soon.
He will be back soon, folks. Do not fret. But that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up, because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors. In a city plagued by crime, there are two kinds of cops. One plays by the rules, Tango, the by-the-book cop. And then there's the guy who breaks the rules, Crash, the by-any-means-necessary cop.
Like, he's just going to go in there and, like, rough everyone up, and then I come in like, whoa, sorry. Got a little ahead of ourselves.
With the help of Dog, the rookie.
Yes, sir.
And Baugh, the guy who's seen it all.
You know, just a lot of good, and, keep doing and doing more.
They say opposites attract, and this is a match made in powder blue.
We're detectives. We detect.
This summer, it's time to take out the trash with Tango and Crash. Rated R.